Hey everyone, welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. Again, welcome to Valentine's Day month on the Gamma Analysis. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, and TikTok by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. I'll be the one with the big old green head in the profile picture. I'm so excited to get into this. This is the Gamma Analysis. Basically, in this series, I'm going to review everything all called movies and TV shows. Hope you enjoy. Smash represents the Gamma Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if you please do sign for me. Please share the hell out of this podcast with all your friends. As for this episode, I'm reviewing. Probably, I think this is the first time we've done anything DC on here. This is Harley Quinn, a very problematic Valentine's Day special. If you've seen it, you know this is gonna be quite the raunchy review and very and possibly very horny review. Understand that going in, and it's gonna be very mature. So if that's not your style, you might not want to listen to this episode. The Smash Trivia has a Patreon, so please check that out. We have some fantastic extra content on there. I bet you'll love. The tiers are as follows: $1 a month is Alcohol for $1, $3 a month is Reading Room with Talkie and Shalky, and $5 a month is Smashing the TV. I also now offer custom themed trivia games on Fiverr. So if you want to take your game night to the next level, you can hire me. There's a link to the Fiverr in the episode description. I'm joined today by my co-host Keith. How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing good, John. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And we have one of my favorite guests I have on the show. Betsy, aka JynandTonics. How you doing, Betsy?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Feeling
I had to make sure.
blissfully in love this month for sure. Because of Valentine's Day and that alone. Not
Just
anything to do with
Valentine's Day.
just being married.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no. Not just like liking your partner or anything. Whatever.
Yeah.
So being though that you guys just got married, was this year Valentine's Day? Was it bigger than average or smaller than average?
We actually lucked out and had our Valentine's Day on an evening we both were pretty open and did it 2 days early. Which Sunday night we went out to a really nice restaurant and then went and saw Magic Mike 3.
Ooh, was it good?
It's so confusing. It does not feel like a
no.
Magic Mike movie at all.
Aww.
And she's a big fan of 2, and she's honestly, I got to agree, 2 is better because it is like this.
It's the best
like a
one.
comedy about strippers, whereas this new one is like an art house film with a lot of feminism. I don't mind that. It's just like the main character is not Mike. It's interesting. It's an odd way to finish it off because it's supposed
I've
to be
never seen any of the Magic Mike films, but
man, you gotta check
my girlfriend was telling me about how she's very excited for the Magic Mike 3, mainly because of Salma Hayek being in it.
She is very well featured. The acting is good. I enjoyed a lot of that.
And I think it's really funny. There's an interview where Hayek said that apparently Channing Tatum's lap dance that he gave her or almost killed her because of how turned on she got.
I mean, that white boy can move. So like, if you've ever seen the Magic Mike ones, it's kind of like mesmerizing. You're kind of like, do you have a spine? How is that working? You're kind of like confused, but I love to know that they're all 3 very different movies because the first one is super sad.
It is
like really depressing. The second one is absolutely hilarious and very like fun. And then apparently the third one's artsy. So I might have to go see it just to like round it out.
And it's Steven Soderbergh who did the first one as well. So it's him wrapping up the trilogy with another kind of artsier take on the whole thing, but definitely not as sad as the first one.
Okay, good. Because the first one, I watched the first one after I watched the second one, and I was like,
like this is what Magic Mike used to be. No wonder he had to get XXL.
Yeah, they really had to save their butts with that one.
Our Alcoholic for $1, we have Derek Sager, Gabriel Floral, film critic, and Stephen W. And the Gamma Analysis is a part of the Blind Knowledge Podcast Network. All right, let's get into this Harley Quinn review. I loved this. I think this might be one of my favorite things that DC's ever put out.
Yeah, I love that they also. I love that they
For the whole
included so much of DC. They really were like, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, and it was incredible, all of it.
I particularly noticed how they for designs for like some of the characters that haven't appeared in the Harley Quinn series, like Mira and Enchantress, they went with the DCU designs.
I did
which
notice
I think
that
was
the
kind of
Enchantress looked ripped straight from the car Delphines.
which I kind of feel like was a joke, but just based on fact that those are some characters, particularly the Enchantress, where people were like very on it.
Oh hell! If that movie, if this first Suicide Squad movie was directed and maybe even written by a different couple of people, but had the same cast and costume design, I would have been fine with. Cara Delphine was amazing as the Enchantress. If only she had a script to work with.
I actually really liked her in the movie. I didn't like the rest of the movie though.
No,
I was like, the ending was cool.
Yeah,
but I also love that they didn't make Aquaman look like Jason Momoa, since that's kind of like up in the air. They made him blonde, but they gave him like the same suit that Jason had. So that was kind of nice. That it was like, we're gonna confuse you. You know?
I'm kind of surprised that that with Mira they didn't try to like make a joke about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation.
I'm happy they didn't. I don't think that needs to be.
I don't want that forever connected to the DC anything.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm surprised they didn't. Because I could see sign like that being sign that they would make jokes about.
Yeah. I think they got to toe a fine line though with having a lesbian couple. They know they got some feminist fans, so they're like, if you can make it work, and they're like, we can't make it work at all.
The thing I enjoyed about when I watched as much as I did of the first season of this show is the fact that they do seem to draw from a ton of different inspirations when it comes to creating these characters. Like Bane looks like the Bane from comic books, Batman, the animated series, stuff like that, but he sounds like Tom Hardy's Bane, and I really
love that Bane so much.
Part into it.
He also made a couple of references to the Tom Hardy Bane in this.
Where I was born, like something about the darkness where I was born. I'm gonna crawl back.
Like, I'll go back to the darkness where I was born.
And then the like that would be very, very painful for you. I remember that line too.
If you love Bane in this, you gotta watch the third season of Harley Quinn, because they have him in it a lot more, and he's so funny. I want to cosplay him really bad because he cracks me up so much.
One of my favorite running jokes in the third season of Harley Quinn is side with Bane and with the pasta maker.
Yeah.
All right.
My pasta maker. I want to yell like him all the time.
I think it was I want to say it was the second or third episode of season 1 that they showed Bane for the first time. I'm pretty sure it was at a bat mitzvah for Oswald Cobblepot's kid or whatever. And he stole the show in that episode for sure. Even though it had Kite Man. It's still,
I do kind of miss Kite Man. Kite Man cracks me up. I kind of wish he would have been there.
Kite Man, happily, Kite Man apparently is getting his own spin-off series where he's going to have his own supervillain bar.
That's gonna be incredible.
Awesome. I'm so excited
cracks
for that.
Me up. I don't know who does the voice, but that voice, like, I think he could say anything to me and it'd make me laugh. I don't know why. Just kind of has that cadence.
I was gonna say it was also because I know that what's his name? Alan Tudyk does Clayface, but I know he was doing a lot more voices in season 1. I don't know that he did Kite Man though. I think it might have been someone else. But anyways,
I know he also does as Joker in the show.
Yes.
Alan
it's kind of sad that we didn't get much of Joker in this. We got 1 second of him basically.
Yeah.
I would have
some
liked to see
lady.
him in his relationship from season 3. I don't want to like ruin anything, but I think they could have like wink wink nudge nudged at it, you know.
I want so there was like probably like close to 10 years ago now there was a animation where they had Mark Hamill do all of the different characters that he's ever done on DC all in one thing, and they created a story around it. I want to see them do something like that with Alan Tudyk, like have him as Joker, Clayface, a Mr. Nobody from Doom Patrol.
He is Mr. Nobody.
And there's all, and then he also in a DC sitcom called Powerless. He played the cousin of Bruce Wayne. It would be hilarious to have all of these Alan Tudyk characters together.
If we could like do cross fandoms, you could have like K2SO in there too. That's my guy. I love him.
Or his character from Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes, and then they're standing around him from A Knight's Tale. It'd be I'd love to see it. And he'd just be like, what the hell is going on?
His very small part in Patch Adams. I don't know if anybody here's seen that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
He was one of the mental patients in the first like 10 minutes of that movie.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like perfect for him.
The loudest one. Yeah. Did a good job.
I really enjoyed how they framed this with those interviews. Though I'm wondering whether they're actually supposed to be canon or not. Specifically because of the first one of the Superman one, because I'm like, I feel like he wouldn't be telling the world how he works at the Daily Planet.
Good point. I mean, is this a Soups that is already out with his identity, or is this just for us who are able to see through some looking glass that the world that they're living in doesn't get to know? I don't know.
I know. I need a universe designation, please.
Yeah.
I'm confused, DC. I'm so confused.
I just love the When Harry Met Sally reference. That's the whole thing is taken from When Harry Met Sally. That was really cute. I was like, I get that reference.
One particular one of the interviews I thought absolutely hilarious was the joke of making Darkseid Trump.
Yeah. Everybody's like, who is that? And I was like, how do you not know who that is? I'm like, come on, look at the face. I was. Yeah. Darkseid is in love.
I didn't actually I realized at first it was Melania, but I just enjoyed it for the fact that they're like, Darkseid is a Republican who went to the Republican National Convention.
I saw that in the trailer and I was like, this is gonna be great. I was like, I already love where they're headed.
Oh man.
Oh my god, that looks so much more like Melania now that I think about it.
Yeah, you gotta put it side by side. It's the eyes. No, I love the Hawkman and what's her name? I can never remember. But they were voiced by Quinta Brunson and Tyler Henry something from Abbott Elementary.
Oh,
right.
Like main people. And they just killed it. I heard their voices and I was like, oh. But I thought that was cute.
Quinta Brunson.
What one thing that I think immediately upon watching, I was like, I need this in my life. I need to try those Lazette balls. Those the Tuscan turducken. Those sound amazing.
I know they were reading them. I was like, where can I get some of those? I know what I want for dinner tonight.
Yeah. It does sound really good.
Also, any place named Mama Macaroni's, I would immediately try. I'd drive past it, I'd be like, stop. Stop the car. We gotta go.
Oh, Mama Macaroni sounds amazing. I love Italian food.
Same.
Damn good. Did you guys know that I'm trying to find the name of him? Etrigan the demon?
Yes.
Has he popped up in the season or the show very much?
I think he's maybe popped up once before, but I don't think he's popped up much.
I just was amazed that he's voiced by John Stamos. Which I did not know
when
hearing it. I didn't know that when hearing it. I was like,
I think he's in the Court of Owls because they deal with that. So I think he might like show up in those. Maybe. It's not like regularly, but It might
I
be
feel
he
like
might be in the quarterbacks.
I feel like he might have been in the episode last season where Constantine showed up.
Oh,
Yeah, that was that was great.
Oh yeah, I love that.
damn, I need to watch more of this
But
show.
I haven't seen many like different versions of Swamp Thing, but I absolutely love that version of Swamp Thing that's in this show. Even though I don't know much about his comics at all, so I don't know if it's accurate at all to what he's like in the comics.
I love that Swamp Thing, and I know they're making a Swamp Thing movie, and I know they want it to be a horror movie, but I would like it to be a 70s hippie movie. I think it'd also be very cool.
That is true. That would be
Very like conservation-esque. It'd be great. Like Into the Wild, but not sad. As sad,
That's
I was going to ask where some of these characters I remember from season 1 have gone, but you know what? I don't want spoilers, so I will not delve down that hole.
Lips are sealed.
oh, one thing I thought was absolutely hilarious how Bane accidentally gets it's into a BDSM session.
I enjoyed that very much. I was like, wow, this is, and then the humiliation factor.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, what is he gonna walk into? I was like, what are they about to do? And I was like, oh, okay. Actually, more tame than I anticipated. So that's good.
Yeah.
There's just one person in the room. So
the smile on the guy's face, though, when they get back to like berating the size of his, or she gets back to berating the size of his penis. Good stuff. He's just happy again immediately after getting distracted.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thanks so much. It means so much. Thank you.
Oh god.
You're like so mean. I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh. So
they get this cast. I'm just blown away by the people they get for this show.
we see after they eating at Mama Macaroni's, apparently a Harley set up the for all of this mayhem to ensue with Ivy finally getting to kill this like the CEO who's like destroying the world the planet and she's like, I'm flipping you the bird. Yeah, which I found that so funny.
Yeah, because like people call it a whirly bird sometimes, so that like she has to explain the.
Like, do you get it? Just come on.
It was that moment that I realized I remembered instantly. Oh, this show gets to be really violent. I like that.
Yeah, like, really intensely violent. It's we love a good animation.
Yeah. I love it. Oh man.
I also love that she like yells like, you're running towards the most densely populated forest in Gotham, you dumbasses.
Yeah, joke's on you.
I was like, Ivy, we gotta work on your threats. They're a little long. Like you need some cool catchphrases or something.
I gotta be getting to she tells her to stop watching your jazz documentary, and she says, I'm only on episode 11. Like and then like explains that some famous jazz musician whose nickname is Fats hasn't even gotten fat yet. Like her interests are so sad.
She's what we would call an old soul, if you don't know.
Oh man.
I love Ivy in this series. Yeah, she's great.
And they get back to their apartment, which is actually the house of Catwoman, I believe. If it was.
Yeah, they're still staying there because they don't have a place to go.
And Harley's like, this was your best Valentine's Day ever. And Ivy just kept saying it's great.
It's greatest. It was the greatest.
Which causes is Harley to go and dress up as an Amazonian and steal Wonder Woman's lasso of truth. I loved this scene. It's so cool seeing Harley in a Amazonian costume.
Yeah.
That is when she opened the door. I was like, she's not gonna believe that. And then I forgot she was crying and drinking wine before, and she's like, oh no, oh yeah.
The height difference was really funny to me.
Yeah.
Like they made
Yeah.
Harley so.
It
so
really
how I
made her
feel.
look so.
Next to all of my friends, I'm like, hey, how you doing up there? Is it
What's the
fun?
weather like? Yeah.
Oh,
What's
man.
the altitude?
I love how she made it. She got a cameo from the Queen of Themyscira.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Which was I guess
I
Rachel
hope your
Dratch, which I liked.
quinceañera is awesome. Oh, cameos crack me up. I want to go get one from
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
random, like Aaron Carter or something.
Mm.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. Yeah. Cameo would be hilarious. Oh, and then I think this where we go to the two halves of Clayface is coming apart after Captain Boomerang split them. Oh my
New
God.
vegan
Right,
coffee
such a
shop.
I
I'm just trying to find the new vegan
Yes.
coffee shop. I would go down the alley too, so I can't blame him.
All coffee shops are vegan. I've been had.
They
I love
the
Clayface.
two halves of Clayface honestly had, I would say, a pretty beautiful story in this.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
They can't touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they were able to stop themselves when the horny spell happens, but
And then the two characters are like, we cannot. No. Sometimes when I'm alone in my house, that's how I'll talk to myself, is doing like a Clayface accent.
awesome.
I'm like, hello.
Acting. Yeah.
Oh
stuff.
man. So, the next thing I've written down when Harley goes after actually using the lasso of truth on Harley, she goes to Etrigan again to get herself a new spell, and I love how Zendaya's name was in the spell, and then they made a joke about how people can't pronounce Zendaya's name.
It's
I
actually
love
Like,
that.
actually,
Zendaya.
I love that they
Right.
blatantly made fun of Marvel multiple times during this. I was like, this
Yes.
is what we want, DC. Come on.
Yes,
I'm like, if you're gonna do something,
Okay.
at least do this.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
On Friday when I was in your stream, Abe, I was like I was trying to hold my back when we were mentioning the Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special, because I was like, I really want to bring up the WandaVision reference. I really want to bring this up, but I want to wait. But I also want to wait till we're recording.
Oh my god, that one, I heard it and I was watching it at first while I was working, because I was like, okay, I gotta watch it during this. So I was watching it and I started like cry laughing. I had to stop working. I was like, what? I was like, thank you. I was like, I needed this.
Oh my god!
Wait, it was a WandaVision reference in Harley Quinn? Or am I
Yeah,
getting
you
it wrong?
did you not
At the
not
very end?
catch it?
No.
What is horny?
What is
If
horny
not
if
love?
not love perseverance?
Oh my
Persevering?
god, I forgot all about that line. I heard that line and
Oh
I
my
didn't recognize
God.
it. I'm an idiot. I was like, that sounds so familiar. But yes, of
Oh
course.
man.
That was beautiful.
And and then we go back to Harley and Ivy's house, where she's now taking the potion, and we get the Harley and Ivy sex scene.
It was
Where
so
flowers opened
pretty.
in all the right places.
I know, I was like, perfect timing. Good job.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy they made it like pretty and not like weird and like uncomfy, because
Yeah.
it's two women. I was like, it was handled beautifully. They made it look like fun and fresh and not
Very
like
true.
Oh yeah.
too serious and like
Tasteful.
sexy,
Yeah.
They left the horny
Yeah.
and the grossness to the rest of it. So I thought that was great.
I absolutely loved that scene for probably obvious reasons.
I like how many vines were involved. I'm rewatching it
I
right
wish
now as we talk
wish there
about it.
wasn't as many vines involved, so I might be able to see more. But
I want to know if this happens all the time because do they have to clean those all up afterwards, or can she just like retract them all back? Like, what's the
Yeah, just
vibe? Like, is there just like a
retract.
hot like mess of rainforest after every time? 'Cause
well,
that's a lot of work.
what I'm worried most about is the cleanup of the house that should be burning down because there was because they got multiple candles all over the floor.
I just
I
As
did
they
forget
were-
about that. Hopefully they're all fake. Maybe Ivy's like, nah, we'll just use electric ones. It's okay.
Oh man! And then Bane goes to Etrigan, and immediately Etrigan knows what he wants.
Also, him always rhyming. It's like, it's 908. Just to, like finish it, just to finish the rhyme. The rhymes crack me up.
Oh,
Like
so
it's not
good.
any less creepy that you made it rhyme, but thanks, I guess.
trying to find the
man.
line where he's he's describing his penis to Etrigan.
Or
It's
he
like
said,
if you took Kawhi.
I don't remember whose hands, but it's if you put somebody's hands on the elephant man's body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
it
put
would
the-
look like.
Oh,
you give me
man.
too much information, sir. I can just make it bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apply
Oh,
the
was like,
potion to
sure.
the problem area.
and so
I'm feeling
he
something.
uses it, and apparently it's a problem because of the different chemicals that are in his body already,
Yeah.
and so he goes massive.
But he says
All
he's
of 'em.
supposed to say the incantation is "Take pity on my shrunken junk and turn this twig to redwood trunk." Very nice.
Okay.
Oh, I like how he also just like outside in
Yeah,
front of
right
everybody.
outside
He's
the
just like,
store,
we're just
yeah.
gonna slather it on out here. And that's why Gotham City is terrifying. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, and then the next thing I wrote down is I normally reserve this for Hulk, but I think this is a pretty good caked up moment with Bane.
Bane's got a booty.
He's
got a
got
dog.
quite
I was
booty.
like,
Thick.
that's
2C.
nice. Good job. Congrats.
There's quite a few butts in this show. This episode.
Yeah.
Quite a few butts. We got some great butts in this episode.
Oh yeah. So, and then we go to and find Brett Goldstein, who is doing a one-man show where he's just polishing his award, which is hilarious. And especially that Brett Goldstein actually played the role of himself.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty great.
It's got a good sense
so
of humor.
good.
I love his voice. What a guy.
Yeah.
Soon to be Hercules, and whatever the hell they use Hercules in next.
Yeah.
In the MCU.
We'll see where it's going.
Where are you gonna fit Hercules now?
Aw.
Eternals.
We'll
3?
see.
Why not?
Somebody
And-
needs somebody to fight, you know?
And sadly, on the way to Brett Goldstein, Bane had to destroy Mama Macaroni.
How dare you?
Oh,
It's so saddening.
That's a war crime, sir.
yes.
Please see yourself out.
One joke that Ivy said during all this, I found hilarious, where she said, "He just came in the fourth floor stock exchange."
I loved all the things they used to also cover up his
Yeah.
situation, you
Yeah.
know? It was very creative. I was like, oh, this is fun.
I particularly loved the semi truck.
yes.
Just stuck,
At the end.
just right there, just chilling.
And they were asking as he's walking away with a semi truck attached to his dick, you think this is gonna work out? Probably
We'll
not.
see.
Uh,
See what happens.
I thought at first that they were talking about the fact that he had a truck on his Janssen, but yeah, then I understood.
as the band was fucking buildings into rubble, it reminded me of mobile game ads I've seen about games for where you swallow cities with a hole that just gets bigger the more you swallow.
What?
You've never seen that? You ever
I
seen
don't know,
that?
man. I get some weird game
Yeah.
advertisements, but not those. I get the ones where it's like the freezing mom and kid.
Yeah.
It's like save them. I'm like, what?
That was so messed up.
This isn't a game.
I feel like it's either like Drew Gooden or Danny Gonzalez on YouTube that does a whole video about all those ads that they get, and they're like, "I'm gonna try and play the game," and they try and play every single game that they get those pop-ups for, and they're like, "These are messed up." I think it's Danny Gonzalez. Katie,
yeah. I think so. I think Danny Gonzalez. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up because those are every time I see them, I'm like, what? I'm just trying to play Tetris. Please.
Why do I have to feed this family now that's been drawn in a sad position?
Why are they gonna freeze to death because of me? I didn't do anything wrong.
One thing, I think is saying I may be wrong because I can't find anything online about it, but there's a moment right outside the Brett Goldstein thing and where the two halves of Clayface are together, and this Australian sounding woman says this is so fucking weird. I'm pretty damn sure I recognize the voice that said that. I think it's Rita from a channel on YouTube called Art Spirit Entertainment that does like animated movie parody things, and like she and one of the characters that she plays a lot in their videos is Harley Quinn. And I'm wondering if they got her to make a cameo in this as a version. That's kind of cool if they did.
Maybe I just heard it too. I don't recognize the voice myself, but I be willing to bet you're right.
I'll have to go double check. I was laughing too hard at did they lace our weed?
Do either of you know that channel, Art Spirit or Entertainment?
No, I'm going to.
It's they have hilarious videos. Including every year they do like a whole episode, like 30-minute long episode animation of this thing that they call Fantasia, something along those lines of being the name. And it's basically a world that is populated by a bunch of different characters from different franchises, and it's like a detective story.
These look hilarious.
With the main detectives in it are Thor and Hela are the detectives in this world. There's and like Deadpool and Harley Quinn and are a couple in it. Yeah, there's
well, that sounds very
that's
weird.
A perfect couple, TBH. Those sound hilarious. I'm gonna watch those. Yeah, that sounds I think you're gonna like them. I was laughing too hard at when they were like, "Did they lace our weed?" She's like, "Am I seeing? Is everybody else saying this too?" Okay. The butt's talking to the face. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. So the next thing we'll probably talk about is how Clayface becomes gigantic Brett Goldstein, which is amazing. And they have to, I love how the solution for the film or the special is that they have to turn off Bane.
Yeah,
and that's hilarious.
Like, we gotta flip the switch.
Figure it out. It's like the part he was meant to play. Like, of course, you say that about anything.
I love the speech. She was like about the Vampire Diaries. He's like, could you? And he's like, I could. It's my best work. Which I will say, it's weird when you date your coworker and then have to go back to work. But like, I wouldn't say he's like a hero. Ooh.
I love how before that and he's like, there's a lot of problematic stuff in what you're asking me to do.
Also, like, first of all, not a short question. Second of all, I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me just lie here.
Oh my god.
It's very funny to me how Goldstein's facial or body hair is just a gigantic patch of triangle. Just
one little triangle.
And Bane's and we see the giant Brett, and he's like he's fun sized
Because he's still not as big as
Yeah.
Bane. I loved it. I was like, oh, he really is that big. I was like, okay. His voice is so soothing though. What did they say? It was like an accent from South London that makes it like makes you know he's not afraid of hard labor.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I caught that too. That was nice. Maybe want to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I've never seen Ted Lasso. I need to watch that.
For a show
You would
about soccer, I was
love it.
shocked that I enjoyed it.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
I've
truly
heard so many good things.
and it just makes you feel good. It's like a big
It
warm
is,
hug
yeah.
at the same time.
Nice.
It is a
And
very
I feel like that's the
feel-good
best
show.
part about it.
And it's hard to do because it has a lot of edgy comedy too. So it's hard to do heartwarming and edgy comedy in the same, like both to the nth degree that this show does. So highly
Yeah,
recommend.
it's truly a
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Okay, nice. I love how within less than a year's time, Brett Goldstein has because of Ted Lasso has joined both Marvel and DC.
Yeah,
Technically,
Yeah.
because of
as
this.
himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is cool.
Did you guys know he's also like he's the writer of Ted Lasso? Not just like in it. He's like one of the creators of it.
Really
Fun facts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
him. Holy crap!
Yeah,
That's just
I
a
was
pretty
like, they
face.
just like they were writing the character and they're like, who should play him? And they were like, he was like, I don't know, like me maybe. And they were like, yeah, audition, try it out. And he's like, okay. And then boom, perfect Roy Kent right there.
So-
That's my fun fact. Sorry, we'll get back to Harley Quinn.
The
Oh,
only thing that I'd seen him in before that was I think he was in the one of the seasons of Ricky Gervais's show. I want to say his name. It's like the name of the guy. Derek. That's it. He played Tom in 11 episodes of Derek on Netflix, which I have not seen
interesting.
since.
I
but yeah, and then
don't
Brett
think I've heard
Goldstein
of
was like,
that
"Who
show.
dat?"
I think Canada gets more English stuff than America
That
does.
makes sense.
Our Netflix is like, no. British? No. We left for a reason. You cannot play that here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Over here, we're like, we're still part of the monarchy.
So
Hand it over.
as Clayface is able to turn off Bane, and the piece of the stage that was attached to Bane fell off.
Yeah.
And we see then and the real Brett Goldstein under that piece. Does that mean he was stuck to Bane?
I
think it
believe
does.
so.
Mhm.
I think he like grabbed him or something. He was like, hello.
I'm surprised that he was able to just tell his guests that no refunds or so on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't just like completely traumatized.
I loved how calm he was the whole time.
He's
like, please-
stuck
He's good in a
against
crisis.
a
Please
giant.
don't pay attention to the giant man. Fucking buildings. Please leave.
Oh god. Oh, and finally, Bane sits down, and the person that he wants to spend Valentine's Day with comes and they leave, and they're like, yeah, this is probably not gonna work well.
I mean, that lotion's got to wear off at some point.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
It would
I
be
gotta say,
hilarious though if in season 4 he's just as giant throughout
Still
the whole
humongous. Yes. I just love that his turnoff was incorrect grammar.
show.
Yeah. You ended
Nope.
a sentence
like,
with a noun.
Oh my god.
And it was like Bane like. I'm like,
Baney
"Ooh,
like.
shit it."
That was
Oh,
good.
I
Oh,
loved
gosh.
Betty. I thought she was so cool.
Mhm.
I was like, yes, finally. Just like a straightforward
needs more.
woman that's not like weird, you know. Also the like I used to be an accountant. The accountant joke. Thank you for that. But she was great. I hope we get more of her. I want her to be a reaccurring character.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Bane needs some love.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I thought it was pretty damn beautiful. Ivy's story about how her best Valentine's Day was when she was in Arkham, and Harley tried to describe the plot to Shrek 2 to her.
It's not a
I
better movie,
love
but
that.
it is more fun.
I was thinking about it the whole time, and I was like, what is her best one gonna be? I was like, she doesn't know Harley like during a Valentine's Day. I was like, it's not gonna be anything. And then when she started talking, I just like a few tears. I was like, oh my god, wait, that's so cute. I'm like, and Harley has no idea. She's like, I didn't even do it because it was Valentine's Day, and that's so sweet. I loved it.
And I still want to know what the worst one was for Bane. But this is only the second worst.
I do need to be expounded on that. Please tell me, because what happens? It's got to be real bad.
Well, this has been my absolute lesson learned, that I should have never quit watching this show. Something must have come back, or maybe it was Stranger Things. I don't know, but I definitely took a break from watching this show, and I will not take another. I've already got season 2 and 3 ready to go.
You're gonna text us in like a week, be like, oh my god, guys, we gotta talk about it.
What just happened to Kate?
Oh my god.
I'm freaking out.
One thing, I would be surprised if Betsy doesn't know, but the case, one cool thing, the actress who plays Ivy in this is she also plays Black Widow in What If, and she also appeared in Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, yeah. Lake Bell, yeah,
yes,
she's
that's
pretty
beautiful gem.
I
really hope that she starts getting more and bigger roles, because I think she's a great actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good. She's in one of my favorite rom-coms called No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. So a little MCU tie-in right there, Natalie Portman. Love it. She plays like this like really funny like way too talkative person, and she's just so good at every role. She has like a nice deep voice, so it's some good representation.
She's also one of my favorite rom-coms called A Good Old Fashioned Orgy, with Jason Sudeikis and Nick Kroll and a few other people, which are hilarious. It is about a bunch of friends who have one last summer to party in Jason Sudeikis's dad's summer home before they sell it. And he's legendary for throwing parties at this beach palace, this huge house. And so they decide, screw it, we've been friends for like 20 years or whatever, we're gonna have an orgy. They figure out the steps in order to do it, and like that's the whole comedy, is that they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it just becomes more and more ridiculous. And Lake Bell is one of the 8 of them, I think there are. Yeah,
this is a stellar cast, so I'm gonna need to watch
right?
it.
Yeah.
It's like Will Forte's in it too.
Yes.
Martin
Starr. My god, Will Forte is so funny.
Lindsay Sloan.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I know what I'm watching tomorrow. Well, actually, tomorrow I'm watching Quantumania, but that's a different story.
Same.
Oh,
I can't believe we're already here there, but that's a different story.
I really hope I can get my family to go see the Quantumania tomorrow, because I want to see it so bad.
Get them, cry, do something drastic.
Yeah.
Don't do something drastic. That was a joke. But
I'll cry for you.
Flip
Call
your
them.
bed.
I'll cry on the phone.
Flip your bed, or start a chess match and then flip that.
Speaking of,
you gotta flip something.
Speaking of,
do a flip.
Quantumania. Have you guys seen the soundtrack names? And it's not spoilers at all. I don't like. At least I hope it's not spoilers. There's some pretty funny names on those these tracks. And
that makes sense.
I thought it would, and I especially because this is a pretty mature episode of the podcast. I thought I would mention some of these because it kind of fits in. So one of them should be very exciting for all of us, because the three of us are fans of the Bingers podcast. As one of them, and I want to mention, is Kang Bang.
Yes,
they actually have a song called that.
They owe them money.
They need to design a Kang Bang shirt ASAP. ASAP Rocky.
Then,
I'll get on it if they need it. Come on, I need it.
It just has to be all the Kangs banging.
And
Eye
then there's
creams? Give me a little bit.
there's 50 Shades of Kang.
I am so excited to see this goddamn movie. Just thinking about Jonathan Majors, I'm just like jaw on the floor. So stoked.
I don't know it. I don't know how to actually pronounce this word, but Theronodi for a reformed dick is one of them.
I'm looking up the soundtrack just to understand what word that
Same.
was.
We gotta Google this.
And then there's David Dasmalchian apparently is singer of one of the songs, and it's a song just simply called Holes.
I love it. I hope it's a rendition of Holes from the movie Holes.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Where they're like whistling and stuff. That was a good.
Though I am sad that David Dasmalchian is not playing Kirk in the film, or Kurt in the film. He's playing a different character apparently.
In Quantumania?
Apparently he said on
I wondered about that.
he said at the premiere that I think it's a character named Zeb.
Whoa.
So I'm guessing someone in the Quantumania or the Quantum
weird.
Realm.
Because I was watching Ant-Man 1 today, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna bring those like, where's Luis?
Yeah,
Is he gonna be in this, or is he gonna have 5 seconds at the beginning? Like he was well entangled in the first 2 movies, so I'll be interesting to see how that. Okay, I see the one you're talking about. Yeah, Threnody.
Yeah, I don't know how to
reformed dick.
It means like a lament.
Okay.
So like Jack's lament, kind of from Night Before Christmas. So like something like that. So like lament for a reformed dick. These are funny. I don't think it gives away like too much, but
I don't think it's
he saw, he conquered is good. That is good.
I definitely don't think it's spoilers, or I hope it's not spoilers, because I would be because it would be a very weird film if it was.
Yeah.
Things.
What I heard from people who saw it at the press release is we have no idea what the plot is. You think you know what the plot is. We have no idea what the plot is. Like based on trailers, like trailers versus movies.
Okay, good.
And that makes me so happy.
Oh, yeah.
I love when a trailer can do that,
you know,
because I hate knowing what's going on.
Exactly.
So many
It's like
people
you start
have
to fill in the blanks. Yeah.
So many people have tried to say, because of the trailers, and they were even trying to say this before the trailers came out, but they think that Scott Lang's gonna die. I don't want Scott Lang to die, and I honestly don't, and I honestly don't think he's going to. I don't think that we should just put our faith in that he's going to.
I think a version of him will die.
Probably a version of him.
A lot of versions.
Probably.
Here's what I don't want. If someone is going to die, like a main character, don't make the stakes low with it. Make it very, very used correctly or done correctly, because like if you have just no rules and everybody's allowed to die, and we're just going to get a variant of the person, don't worry about it. Like that's not them though. That's not the one we learned. Like just use death if you're going to use it in storytelling to raise the stakes, get the gravitas up, get the hatred for a certain character up. Don't just make it excusable and fixable. Not like the snap back, but you know what I mean. Like that was a great use in Infinity War, and then we all knew it was going to get undone, but thankfully not everybody could be undone, because I don't think they should be.
Yeah.
They shouldn't just keep bringing people back.
Yeah, I expect to cry like pretty hard if they are gonna do it. I'm expecting to be like, wait.
I think Hank's for sure a goner.
I don't know. I don't know about Hank, because
I think Hank, Hope, and the mom
because
are all going.
The actor actually plays Hank. I can't remember his name right now for some reason, but Michael Douglas at the premiere, people are asking him about Ant-Man 4, Ant-Man 4, and he was said, yeah, I would do it if they allow me to die. So
he kind
of tells that he's not going to die.
Or he went to the Andrew Garfield School of Lying.
Possibly.
Because that man didn't tell anybody. He was lying through his teeth. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not in that movie. That would be so weird. So I don't know. I think Marvel also has like a secret gun to all of their heads. I mean, like, say something. after Tom Holland, they're like, try it again. They're like, this will not be DC. Be good.
It would behoove them to just keep lying about the movies and throw us off the set.
I want Kevin Feige to lie to my face. I want it in every interview. I want him to be like, so actually, we're not going to do Armor Wars. We're not going to do Secret Wars. We're not going to do any of the things that we announced. And then like
Howard
5 years, I'm
3.
like,
yes.
I don't think he actually spoiled anything, but Kevin Feige actually did in an interview at the premiere. Someone asked him something, and he started saying something, and then he cut himself off, and he said, "Well, that's a spoiler." I don't think he actually was spoiling, but
I think he's just. I think he has like a script of lines.
Oh yeah, probably.
That he's practicing, and they're all like cliffhangers. And then he goes, "Oh, wait, I can't say that." But he's not actually gonna say anything.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually correlate to anything happening.
Oh yeah.
He knows what drives up the views.
Yeah, he basically was that. Basically, I think said we had Jonathan Majors appear in Loki, ASU Remains, and then we now have him in this. Oh wait, spoiler! I can't say anything.
He just says like he's like, so Tom Hiddleston is Loki. Oh no, I spoiled something. I'm so sorry.
Oh man. Yeah. So one thing I think I wanted to bring up before ending this, I have I think would be make for a fun what if scenario within this Harley Quinn show if they didn't have any problems with legalities for it. It's also kind of a little bit of a self-insert of something I would enjoy if I was Harley, but I think how Ivy could try and do like a really big a cool Valentine's Day thing for Harley, since Harley likes crazy Valentine's Days, would be and I think Harley though even though this is kind of a self-insert me, I still think Harley would enjoy this too. My idea is that Ivy somehow figures out a way to bring both She-Hulk and Gamora to their universe as a gift.
All the green people.
How do you think Harley would react to coming home on Valentine's Day and find not one but 3 green sexy ladies in front of her?
She's like,
I imagine Harley would have a lot of fun with that.
She would have to call Joker first. She'd be like, you'll never fucking guess what I'm about to do. Like, I know you're jealous.
So
I'm like, not for my kids.
I posted this on Twitter like 2 days ago. I didn't really get many responses, but since I got like a few likes. But there was one person who commented on it, and I immediately blocked them because their response was, Harley Quinn's not gay. That's only canon in the New 52. I'm like, oh my god, shut the hell up.
I guess what?
The thing is,
as a Harley Quinn cosplayer, I'm gonna need to talk to you, my guy.
The thing is,
I got bad news.
I used for this post pictures from the Harley Quinn TV show, which is canonically within that show, she's gay. So it's so incredibly stupid. This guy would be like that. Like, what?
Yeah, I think that the people who want to, let the babies have their bottle with their previous to the New 52 retcon of everything, and just like let them live in the dark ages. That's fine.
Enjoy your weird fully clothed Harley Quinn. Have fun.
Enjoy your sticky pages from your old comic books. We've got new stuff to enjoy now.
Sticky yellow pages. Get out of here. Nobody wants to smell them. You're just as dusty as your pages. Get out of here.
Yeah, your opinions have a stench. Get out of here.
You and your opinions stink.
I was
Get out.
I was debating with myself whether I wanted to bring up this thing in this episode. Because maybe people might be annoyed about the fact that I did this sort of self-insert thing, but I mainly decided to it because I was like, fuck it. After this guy, I just pissed me off. So I'm like, I'm bringing this up. Just make sure if anyone didn't know. Harley, she's fucking gay, and that's fucking awesome. We need to remember that.
Like if you're gonna come correct, okay? And that lady is gay, okay?
Deal with it.
Yeah.
In multiple different ways, if we really want to get into it, but okay.
So, is there any last things either you'd like to say before we end this off?
I was stoked to see the amount of gay in this episode and how much there is in this series in general. It is really normalizing, and I don't remember, other than Bane's interaction. I mean, some of the couples that were being interviewed were obviously straight couples, but it's not all of them, except Harley and Ivy at the end. But it's just you get to see kind of a balanced equalness out there, and it's like, okay, it's not that rare. Get it out there, keep it normalized, and keep going in that direction. I was proud.
Well, I will always enjoy how cute it is, the relationship between a Riddler and I think it's Clock King.
Yeah, I'm mad that they didn't get a testimonial or whatever, because
Yeah,
that's
true.
the other gay couple. They would be they crack me up. Their little paint and wine.
Isn't the actor who plays Riddler in this is the Dean from Community? I love that.
Oh my god, it is.
When he says
I just put that all together.
What's the second thing they're doing when they're going out to us? Wine choosing and it was two things in one.
I think it was pottery with
paint and wine.
Paint and wine. So the painting and wine thing, and he's like, he's like, well, Clocky likes it, and it guarantees me sex, so I'll suffer through it. I was like, that's great.
I was like, hey, Riddler, he's a good fiance. You know, good job. That's cute. You know,
it was.
At least suffer through for them. I get it.
Oh man.
All I want to say is I love this cartoon version of Harley and Ivy.
Oh yeah.
But I need Ivy in real action.
Yes.
To be also with Harley, so we can just shut some people up.
Show up in live action. I also want them to cross over the live action in Harley Quinn with the animated one.
I need a Margot Robbie
make an animated version of the Margot Robbie one to pop up in this show. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it could be kind of like a they're like telling her story, and it's like, who is this bitch? That doesn't sound like me at all. That would be so. Oh my god, I would love that. That'd be good.
Especially since I think they've improved the Margot Robbie one, especially since the Suicide Squad came out. Because Birds of Prey was a better overall finished project than the first Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad had her even more elevated.
Oh yeah,
so I liked it a lot.
And I think the Suicide Squad had the best Harley outfits.
True.
Yeah,
it wasn't the stupid
I did like her Birds of Prey ones though, but that's because they're very extra. But I liked her more badass ones in Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah,
fair. I like the tassels in Birds of Prey. Like I think this one that I drew was she had those just highlighter colored.
Oh, like the ribbons with the caution tape too.
Yeah,
those are cool.
Ribbons. That was awesome. That's what I drew for a Comic-Con, and it sold okay, but it was before Birds of Prey came out, and I was like hoping more people would get the look or be excited for that movie. I was like, look, this is going to be a cool movie, guys.
I think I single-handedly bought all the tickets that were sold in Arizona for that movie. I went and saw it in theaters 6 times. I was obsessed with it. I saw it once and I was like, I need to see it so many more times.
Was it rated R? I forget.
No, I think it was PG-13.
I think the Birds of Prey film was almost rated R.
Let's double check. I recommend it if you can't see it.
For a rated R, and I'd heard that it went down.
Ooh, maybe it was rated R because Ewan McGregor did cut a face off.
Yeah, and also spoilers, but what happens to Ewan McGregor by the end of the film was I don't, if I remember right, it was definitely not something that would probably show in a PG-13 film.
Oh yeah, no, it's rated R. I'm blind.
Oh, good, because the first Suicide Squad should have been. And,
I think DC needs to stick with an R rating to make good content. Just because DC is the sad, depressed cousin of Marvel, so that requires R-rated content. Sorry, or at least very, very close to R-rated, kind of like the Batman, because the Batman was definitely PG-13.
Yeah, but it didn't
Oh.
feel like it at all.
No, but it
felt
felt
like I was
like
watching
very
Seven.
borderline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that didn't put it over the edge was like there was no cursing.
Another thing I'd really like to see with the live action and Harley Quinn is I want her to show up in Peacemaker season 2. I think some like getting like particularly the dynamic between and her and Peacemaker would be great. I don't remember us getting much of that at all in the
No, they didn't pair off
Suicide
much.
Squad.
Harley Quinn has spent so much time on her own in the Suicide Squad that it was almost a shame because it was always
Though I
what's his
still
name? Rick Flag and
yeah.
Idris Elba's character.
Though they had like
Shooter?
I still wish the Rick Flag did not die in that because I think it though I want them to do Ivy if she were to be with any kind in any kind of straight relationship, I think her and Rick Flag would be a great relationship. Like
Is
she
that
they
the white guy that got killed.
yeah, who Peacemaker killed in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Got it. I only watched
Stabbed
it
him in the
once. I'm sorry. I did
No.
not think it was that good.
Yeah, fair. I think King Shark just needed his own spin-off show.
Truly. I need a
Sylvester
King
Stallone.
Shark like kingdom story. Please tell me how that all happens.
Yeah, how did he get anointed king?
Yeah, how is he a king?
Well, within the animated Harley Quinn show, there's definitely some crazy stuff with how Shark became gay.
Yeah, they need to do like a DC like what if basically like with the same people who write Harley Quinn because that's kind of what they're already like making it like with little cameos by everybody.
True.
But I think if they gave like everybody their own like one-off animated episode, I think
that'd be great.
So great because everybody else is doing it, like the boys and everybody. I need it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I still haven't seen In the Boys Diabolical. I need to watch that.
If you think The Boys is messed up, strap in. Strap in.
Yeah, I did too.
It's real raunchy, so but it's like directly from the comics. So if you like the comics, it's like
one thing I remember like hearing about that I found really interesting was how for the Boys Diabolical the main character from the boys is I can't remember his name right now, but
Butcher.
No,
the whatever Quaid's.
Yeah, the character who's played by Jack Quaid.
Huey.
He is in the animated Boys Diabolical. I think he's actually played by Simon Pegg instead, who plays Huey's father in the live action show, which I find so interesting.
I like that. Weird. I give him a little bit more.
Apparently,
would you like some more work?
I remember I the reason for that is that if I remember, the comic like Huey actually like looked like more like Simon Pegg. If I remember, I remember hearing.
Yeah, they make him look a little bit like more like ragged in the comics. Everybody in the boys universe is like similar to the Gotham universe, where it's just rough to live there.
I still really want there to be that somehow a crossover between the boys and Invincible, and
it'd be so good because they're both independent.
Yes, what I want is that Omni-Man comes to live action and fights Ice Homelander.
That'd be so sick. That's like the perfect match for him. That's why.
Particularly because J.K. Simmons is jacked in real life.
Oh my god, it is J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, people's voices don't always like resonate with me when I first see them. I'm always like, that sounds familiar, but like I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I feel like I annoy the shit out of my wife by sitting there watching a cartoon, or we'll be watching some animated thing, and I'll be sitting there going like this, and she'll pause it. She'll be like, "Who is it?" I'll be like, I need to hear it more. Play it again. It's like if you're just gonna name everybody.
See, that's me with cast. I'm like, what else were they in? I'm like, I need to start doing it with animated people because I'm always like, oh,
I do that.
I just think they're getting normal voice actors, and it's like actually Hollywood actresses. I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, but
Or
yeah,
I'll recognize a really obscure one, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's this guy from this," and they'll be like, "Oh, totally."
there
Sure.
there was actually a Twitter interaction between Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, and I think it was the Amazon Prime account where they were talking about the possibility of something like this, and like Anthony Starr was like, "Oh, I could definitely take it, like Omni Man." And but should we do it in live action, or should we do it make it be an animation thing? And since one's animated and the other's live action, and the Prime account said, "Oh, I think we should do it in live action," and shared a picture of J.K. Simmons and with how buff he is, and in response to that, Anthony Starr was just like, "Oh shit."
I love
Yeah,
Anthony Starr. I love how like good of a sport he is about his awful role.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty
Yeah, not a
funny
lot of
about it.
people would
He's
take
like, I
that.
know. I know. He like really lives up to the asshole name, so it's great.
So it since and I think I've given you both some time for last thoughts. Actually, did I give you Betsy? Did I give you a moment to say your final thoughts?
Yeah, basically, I liked it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I watch
Oh,
every episode of the Harley Quinn show like multiple times because I'm
right.
obsessed with this version of it. So I do
Oh
have
yeah.
one last surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
And I know you want them to be a surprise, John, but I'm still gonna mail them to you. So I'm gonna show them to you,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So because it's Valentine's Day, well, it was, and this is the Harley Quinn Valentine special. Your resident Harley Quinn, sorry, I'm not dressed up, made you guys Valentines for your favorite Marvel characters. Sorry to break out of the thing, but that's usually what we do. So Keith, you get two Yelena ones coming towards you.
What?
You get
Thank you so
I
much.
made macaroni and stop making me like you.
So
And then
so Keith, that's why I asked for your
That
favorite
makes a lot
characters.
more sense.
I know I was like, I made John do some recon and the behind the scenes so I could get some good stuff. And then John, I made you two, but one is so you can send it to your girlfriend because I know that she loves She-Hulk as well. So hers is roses are red, She-Hulk is green. I would totally smash if you know what I mean. That is for her, so you can send it to her because I know that I see you guys interact on Twitter all the time, so I know. And then this one's for you because you're incredible. We got your Lou Ferrigno.
I love it.
We got your classic, and you got Twerk and She-Hulk down here
I
because I know
love
you
it.
love her. So you guys got to send me
Awesome.
your info, and I'll mail them to you. But
Alright.
I made you guys some Valentines.
Thank you so
thanks
much.
for having me. It was so much
That's
fun.
awesome.
I was so honored that you guys asked me so early because I hadn't even heard about it till John asked me, so I got very excited. So thank you. It was so much. It's always so much fun to be on here with you guys.
Yeah, I love
I'm
having
gonna have to-
having you on. You're such a fantastic guest.
A delight.
I would like to as always. I want to give you guys a chance to make me say something in my announcer voice. Always.
Yes.
So type something in the chat for me to say.
Okay, give me an hour. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta remember to put these things or plan these things ahead. Like I'm not gonna pick quotes from everything that we watch, and that's gonna be the easiest way to come up with something funny. My God.
While we're waiting for Keith to get signed in, I'm going to say, everyone, please check out Betsy's streams at JynandTonics on Twitch. They're so much fun. I was in there both on Friday night as she was making a mushroom hat, and also last night as she was actually making these Valentines on stream. It was and it's so much fun being in there. So I highly recommend joining those streams.
Thank you. I just don't always play video games either, which I know puts a lot of people off from streaming. I also do crafting, like he said. I made some Valentines. I make cosplays on stream. If that's something a little bit more your vibe, it's a lot less stressful than playing some video games. I do every once in a while, but we're really not that type of channel over here. So come hang out. I love to make crafts and talk about random stuff with everybody like we did last night. We were just talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, we always talk about a lot of shit. I know we talked about like I don't remember if it was last night or if it was Friday, but we like bands we want to go to concerts for.
Oh yeah, we did talk a lot about music, which is very fun. So we'll switch it up. It's a good time.
I like which that was like really big into things like I really want to go to things like a Bowling for Soup concert, the Tenacious D concert, things like
Oh,
All the
funny
good
concerts.
gems.
yeah.
I want to go to a funny concert so bad.
Mm,
Yes, it's on the. I gotta go see
Uh,
Weird Al eventually.
yeah, that
that'd
would
be
be
cool.
so good. All right, so first, as for our announcer voice days, I have Bane is gonna fuck.
I had to. I got too excited for him to be finally sexually active. He can finally talk to his doctor about it.
Oh man, born in darkness. Take pity on my I shrunken junk and turn this twig into redwood trunk. Uh,
Yes,
so,
nicely done. That was a
when
damn
I
good Bane.
when I try to do impressions of things, it helps me to like start out by like saying like a phrase like
A
I
practice
really
swing.
know I know from them to really get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for when I was doing the Grinch thing at Christmas, I did what really helped really I would get me into it was where I would say I would start off with I hate Christmas, like just like that gets me into the voice.
Yeah, it's like an impression practice swing. I do the same thing anytime I need to sound or want to do a Christopher Walken impression. I'll say Frankenstein never scared me, and that's one of my favorite lines he ever has said. Apparently on set to somebody else. So I was like trying to think of
What
how he
Frankenstein movie
sounds.
was he in?
No, it's apparently something he just randomly said to another actor on set. He just said, Frankenstein never scared me. He was just
Oh my
like,
god.
just really honest for no reason. He's like,
Christopher
oh,
Walken.
okay.
Just
That's
the most
great,
random
Chris."
things you could think of. He's just walking around telling stories and one-liners.
He needs a
Man.
documentary made about him.
I think that's about all for us to talk about tonight. So, thank you for listening. If you like this game analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. So please let me know. If you like to listen to more from me, please subscribe. Normally episodes are this raunchy. If that's not what you're into, I understand. But we really enjoy doing these doing things about things like this. So I'm going to keep doing them every once in a while because there's so much fun to do in my opinion. But yeah, so many more gamma analysis from me coming though. So keep on the lookout. This again is your host Smash Trivia John signing off.